The Corps is made up of high school and college students from 39 U.S. states and territories and 34 countries. They are led by Cadet Colonel Charles Noel from Boulder Creek, California. First Squadron is led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Charlie Milton Havlin from Jenkins, Missouri. And Second Squadron is led by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Evan Aldridge from Lake Havasu, Arizona. The Commandant of Cadets is Colonel Thomas L. Tate, United States Army, retired. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove your hats to honor America during the playing of our national anthem. This afternoon, our anthem will be played by the NMMI Regimental Band, directed by Chief Bruce Patterson, and conducted by Cadet First Lieutenant Camberer. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2022-23 New Mexico Military Institute Corps of Cadets. Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Broncos, the defending JCAA 2-1 national champions.
Good afternoon and welcome to New Mexico Military Institute Bronco football. It's the first game of the season for the defending NMJCAA national champions. First time there's been a national champ, and the only national champs there's ever been are your New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. Kelly McDonald here with you from the Wool Bowl, which will, of course, be featuring a college bowl game for the first time in over 40 years. The stadium named in 1968 to play a college bowl game, and but it's been many, many years, as I said, since they've actually played one here. It's been used by New Mexico Military. Since then, it's been used by the local high schools, the local middle schools as well. But today, it's going to be the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos versus the Papago Pumas in the inaugural game for the 2022 season. And high expectations, of course, for the defending national champs. Going to go over the schedule for the year. They have actually played a scrimmage already last week, meeting halfway. They played in El Paso, Texas at Canatia High School, and took on Tec de Monterrey, which is the champions of the college football ranks in Mexico. And was an unofficial game again, a scrimmage, and they kept score, but they didn't really keep score. But a good and competitive game against mostly older and larger students, I'm told. Score was 41-24 with Tec de Monterrey coming out on top. But again, that's an unofficial game. It's a scrimmage. And this is the first actual game for the defending champs. Coach Kurt and his crew ready to go. It looks like the Pumas, the Papago Pumas, have won the toss, and they defer to the second half, so they'll be kicking off to the Broncos. And Jackson McDonald here with me to help out a little bit. Can you help me out with a number on that guy back to receive the kick?
It looks like number 6 maybe.
Okay, so it's looking like a 6 to me too. That's Malik Phillips. He's a returner from last year, 5'10" wide receiver. List him at 160 pounds, and actually I think I remember Malik Phillips from game we did last year. So we're set to go. Phillips is back deep, and it will be number 34, Pedro Velasquez, kicking off for the Pumas. And we're just about set. The entire Corps of Cadets is here as they marched out before the game. If you tuned in early, you saw that, and that kickoff is going to go deep into the end zone. Bounces about 9 yards deep and then over into the track area. So it'll be a start from the 20-yard line for the the Broncos, and we'll see who they're going to roll out here. Not a lot of information on the team as of yet. Either team, actually, not just because it's the first game of the season, but just kind of the nature of junior college football. You only get 2 years to play, so you got a lot of turnover with players. And they head out to the field, and it looks like it's going to be number 11, Kobe Muasao. Muasao will be the quarterback. And we're underway, first play of the game. They're going to run it inside, and a little running room and a nice gain on first down. And that is, help me with the number there, number 20?
Yeah, I think I missed that one. I think it was number 20. I see him.
Okay, so that is Charles Henderson with the first carry. We'll see if the Broncos keep it on the ground. Broncos wearing the black uniforms, yes? Mm-hmm. And another run up the middle, and looks like the same running back, and he'll get first down yardage out to the 38-yard line. And a little hard to read the number, but I believe that's number 20. And if that's correct, that's going to be either Charles Henderson or Christopher Liu. We apologize. This NMMI team, as you can see on your screen right now, I'm told 114 players, so you have lots of duplicate numbers out there, so we'll do our best with identifying players. Another running play, and the quarterback's going to get out and try to lead block a little bit. It's number 26 that's carrying the ball, so that's J.L. Stark. So J.L. Stark is looking like he's going to be featured, at least in the early going here, as the Broncos have not attempted a pass yet. They're looking at a 2nd and 4 from the 43. And it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and he's going to get first down yardage. Going to give him 5 on the play. So, and I'm probably saying the name wrong, but we're going to say Muasao. Kobe Muasao, sophomore quarterback, listed at 6'1" and 205. Broncos going no huddle here. Comes receiver in motion. He's going to head back the same way, and they're going to go inside handoff again. And going to give forward progress there. Is knocked backwards. No, they're not going to give forward progress. So, and we've got an injury timeout here as there is a Papago player down. We'll try to get that number for you. You know, people listening from all over. When you have 2 junior college teams, you get players from all over the country, and especially in the case of New Mexico military, you get players from all over the world. When they rolled the cadets out here, they said they had cadets from 49 states or territories and 34 countries. Is that what they said? So you get people from all over. Can't identify the injured player yet, as you get assistance from both sidelines here. Papago with a much smaller squad, I would say about half the size for their traveling team. In the 50s, I would say, on their roster. They do have a few duplicate numbers as well, so maybe a few more than that. I'm guessing maybe 60, 65 players for the Papago Pumas. These 2 teams did play last year, first game of the season as well, and that was here at the Wool Bowl. And Broncos came out on top in that one, 40-9. No score in this one, as we still have 12:43 left in the first quarter. Now we need our first pass attempt of the game. It's an inside slant. It's completed over the middle out to the Papago 35, and that's number 6.
Well, I didn't get that one, no.
All right, we'll do better with the numbers here. I think that's Malik Phillips. Oh, and now a quick hitter down the sideline. It's going to be a touchdown, Broncos, as Terrence Moore scores on the quick hitter and the screen to the sidelines. And it's 6-0 New Mexico Military over Papago. And they'll roll out the kicking team. Officiating crew of 6 here on hand. All right, I think the kicker is number 42. Nope. Kick is good. 42 is not the number of the kicker. It's William Testa, the kicker. He's a sophomore, played here last year, number 48. Testa, told by Sports Communications Director Jeff Gunn that he kicked a 55-yard field goal in the scrimmage last week, so impressive job by the sophomore kicker. It's kind of that kicker size, 5'10" and less than 200 pounds, but 55-yard field goal is difficult at any level. So 7-0, New Mexico Military leads it here in the early going, and we'll get a chance to see the Bronco defense and the Papago offense. Mentioned last year's game. That was the first game the Broncos played last year. Of course, they had a 12-0 season and a national championship. Their only loss coming to Cisco College here at the Wool Bowl. That was on October 23rd. They lost that game 38-19. Won every other game. And as I said, as you well know, en route to that first ever junior college national championship. All right, set to kick off. Testa kicks it high and short. It will be returnable. And that's number 1 for Papago, and he is shifty. Nice return by Devin Miles. He's a running back. We'll see if he stays in the game. Looks like he will. So nice return. I would say about 15 yards on the return by Devin Miles, and it looks like he'll be the starting running back, but we'll see. So Miles returning kicks and is in the huddle to come out on offense. All right, Papago takes the field and gonna have a stoppage of play here and a timeout for Papago right off the bat. So first time out of the game. It looks like the quarterback will be number 18, and that is Jaden Cunningham. Jaden Cunningham listed as 6'2", 190. It's his second year, so that means he played for him last year, and he's from Cleveland, Ohio. Looking at the roster for the Papago Pumas, they're based out of kind of rural Arizona, and they have quite a few players from Arizona on the squad, as well as 3 or 4 from Albuquerque, but pretty diverse from all over the country. I'm not seeing a whole lot, if any, foreign players on the Papago roster. They'll start running the ball as well, and that will be Devin Miles again, and big hit put on by number 24, and that is going to be Keon Jones or Mikai Hibbler. Once again, lots of double numbers out there. I think we're going to go with Jones on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7. And it's going to be an inside handoff this time, and nothing doing there as the defense bottles that one up quickly. So Cunningham also yet to attempt to pass here in the early going, thinking this is a passing down here with a loss of 2 on that play and bringing up a 3rd and 9 at their own 31. Papago has some big offensive linemen. We'll go over that here in just a moment. All right, 3rd and 9. Cunningham with the snap from the shotgun. He's going to go up the middle and overthrows his receiver. That was intended for number 13, Zach Robertson, the tight end, but a little too hot. And another injury. A lot of injuries in the early going here. Number 70 for Papago is down. That's Nigerius Mills. He's one of those big offensive linemen I just mentioned. He is listed at 6'5" and 325. And now he's getting off the field on his own, so that's a good sign. And it will be a punting situation for the Pumas. Help me with that number on that punter there, Jackson.
Let's see.
34 perhaps. I'm looking for the punter kickers on the lineup. It's like they're only listing one punter and kicker, so we're gonna speculate that that's Pedro Velasquez. Back to punt.
Yeah, it looks like 34.
Okay, so Pedro Velasquez, that's a big kicker, 6'3", 235. And he looks every bit of it back there. There's the snap. And the rush is there. I thought they were going to get there. He did a good job just getting it off. It's going to check up and bounce back to the 48-yard line of the Broncos, but good pass rush on the block attempt there, but a nice job by Pedro Velasquez, the kicker, to just get that punt away and get something out of it. It's only going to net about 22 yards, maybe even just 21 yards on the punt. So the Broncos will be in good shape here. And we'll see if they stick with their primary, pretty much just been running attack. Oh, and Pumas were lined up off sides, but he got back and a fumbled snap, and that is Muasau, who was not trying to pick it up, just falling on it. And it's going to go down as a sack for somebody. I didn't see the defender closest, but it's going to wind up being about a 7-yard loss. It's going to bring up 2nd, and they're saying 18. Tight formation, nobody split out wide here. Now they run a player out of the backfield and pass inside for a short gain. That's number 80.
Yeah, it looks like
80. Okay. I was trying to see if it was 88, 86, but it's 80. And with this giant roster, that's looking like Trevion Beeman, his first catch of the day. We'll bring up 3rd and long, but more manageable here. 3rd and 14, long 13 maybe. And there's the snap in the shotgun. Good pressure and a sack by number 16 for the Pumas. And 16 defense, that's Gabriel Reeves, 6'1" linebacker, who is attacking on the blitz there. So that will bring up a punting situation for the Broncos. And this could be Robert Cole. It could be William Testa. I think it's going to be Robert Cole, number 5. Now, those uniforms are just hard to read. All right, they bring a man in motion. 2 protectors back. Here's the punt, and it is Robert Cole, and a pretty decent punt, kind of high, not returnable. Takes a Bronco bounce and continues to roll, and it'll roll dead around the 22-yard line. So we're not going to have a lot of commercial breaks here today. For those of you listening here on KSVPTV.com, we will take some breaks in the action, but it's mostly just going to be all football. A lot of me talking and not very much of my friend here talking, but that's okay. My son Jackson helping me out here. My usual partner is away on vacation. Art Sandoval, but he will be back next week when we broadcast the game against Snow, and that will be on ESPN Plus, I'm told. So it's going to be the big time, according to Gene Dow. All right, little stoppage in play here for some reason. We're not sure what the delay is. And now they're going to bring a player on the field. The play clock is running, but still plenty of time, 18 seconds. All right, Cunningham in the shotgun, empty backfield. Now they bring Miles back in with him. And winds up being a keeper on the option and going nowhere is Cunningham. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. As that front 4 and that interior 7 for the Broncos has been really good so far here in the early going. As we see big number 95, Charlie Leota, come off the field. 6'1", 340. Defensive tackle. All right, we got shotgun formation here for Cunningham. Calls for the snap, fakes the inside handoff, is going to take off himself, now throws down the field, got a man. And a nice catch made there by number 4. And that's Teddy Harris, first-year player from Millbrook, Alabama. Another little guy. List him at 5'9" and 175. Good job by Cunningham there. He's been under pressure every play, but able to roll out and find a receiver down the field for first down. I believe it's the first one for Papago. Same shotgun formation with 1 back, and pressure coming this time, and it's another keeper, and this time Cunningham gets away, and he's going to pick up about 10.5, 11 yards. So nice job running the football there from Jaden Cunningham, the 6'2", 190 second-year quarterback from Cleveland, Ohio. So Papago looking good here on this drive. They trail at 7-0, and we're 6:54 left here in quarter number 1. Oh, and a late inside handoff, and that's going nowhere as the Broncos are all over that play, and it's number 24, and that's Keon Jones, I believe. Apologies to Micah Hibbler if that's you. But another nice defensive play made by Jones, as they have to get one of the Pumas off the field. Might have an issue with his helmet there. That's Solomon Miles, is 6'4", 320 offensive lineman. Big offensive lineman. Most of them going between 270 and 300 plus. As I said, the Pumas recruiting kind of specific areas. Arizona, a lot of Arizona, Texas, Utah, quite a few from Illinois, a few from Ohio. Oh, and there's a bad snap, and just going to have to jump on it is Cunningham, and that's going to wind up being at least a 10-yard loss, I would say, right at it, maybe 11. It's going to bring up 3rd and very long here, so a lot of rotation in for the Broncos here as they bring either 4 or 5 off and 5 on. There are some local players here playing for New Mexico Military. Got 1 each from Roswell and Goddard High Schools. Talk about them here in just a little bit. All right, 3rd and 20. Cunningham looking for somebody, nobody open. Now he's going to roll out and he's going to take it himself. He's got a long way to go, and he will not get there as he's tackled just short of midfield by number 32, and that's Isaiah Mahina. So the Bronco defense holding there on 3rd and 20. As Cunningham gets about half of it back on the scramble, but not near first down yardage. Oh, but we do have a penalty. It's going to be defensive holding. So it's going to be an automatic first down for the Pumas. So that's the last thing you want to do on 3rd and 20. Is hold on to a receiver downfield, but that's what the Broncos did, and it's going to give them, not sure why they marked it off from there, but give them the yardage and the penalty. Either way, it's an automatic first down for the Pumas as they make their first foray into Bronco territory here. So the Bronco defense has been very good with a costly mistake there. They had themselves off the field if not for that penalty. So 1st and 10, Cunningham with the bad snap. He is able to hand it off, but it's going to be another loss as number 23, that's Brent Jones, running back from Long Beach, California, forced out of bounds, and a tackle for loss there for the Broncos. There have been a bunch of those already. Like I said, the defense has been good. Just doesn't take much. The one mistake on defense kept this drive going. As they work on a Bronco player on the sideline there, and that is number 7, Champ Jenkins, the sophomore linebacker. But lots of subs, as I said, as they have a roster of well over 100, and that is a one-hopper on the quick out. So incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 with 4 minutes left in the first. Broncos lead at 7-0. Do we have the score on the screen, Mr. Producer? All right, thank you very much. Need to know if I keep needing to shout out the score. And lots of pauses here. I'm not sure what all the delays are about, but the play clock is inside of 5 here. They're going to have to hurry. They do get it off with just 1 on the play clock, and it's going to be a sack. No, he gets away. Cunningham's looking to throw it downfield. He does, and it's a drop right at the first down marker. Dropped by number 13. Sorry to call your name this way, but Zach Robertson, the tight end, with the drop, would have had first down yardage, but instead it's going to be 4th and 12. Ball is on the Bronco 44. Shorter distance would be a go-for-it situation, but they are bringing the punter out. That's number 34, Pedro Velasquez, who did just a great job just getting the punt away last time as the Bronco rush almost blocked it. Let's see if they can get to him this time. He's ready, calls for it. And once again, just barely gets it away. And that's going to bounce at the 5 and kick up and fielded and sliding out of bounds. I'll get the number for you. He's number 8. And that is Cortez Howard, defensive back. Big defensive back, 6'3", tall defensive back from Detroit, Michigan, with a nice play to drop that punt inside the 5. How about that effort, Jack?
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
The kick checked up. Oh, and time and everything. All right, that's great. So our box caster, right, is working correctly, so that's good to see. So I won't have to call out the score of the time or anything like that. So the Broncos will be backed up on their own 3-yard line after the tremendous special teams play. Tell you what, that punter, I mean, he just finds a tiny little opening to get that away because they can't stop the rush.
I know the snap looked a little bit slow, and That sniper's been struggling all day.
He has.
Yeah.
You're right. It's a little high too. It's not. You know, it needs to be a much more direct snap. And
Yeah.
the punter's done a good job. And what? Why are we starting from here? All right. Well,
there was a flag.
Oh, there was a penalty.
Yeah.
So penalty gets them out of their own end zone at least. They're going to try to run the ball. And huge. Huge hit from number 7. That's Demetrius Wilson, 6'2", 225 linebacker. Nice catch there, Tanner. Little breeze blowing my stuff around here. Big hit. He came flying in through the hole there and put the wood to him. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8. They do get 2 on the play, and here's a screen. And he's got a blocker, and he's got the sideline, spins it upfield. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. I didn't see the infraction, but the Pumas are saying it's going to be on the Broncos. And it is going to be holding on the offense, so that's going to negate the first down play. It's going to be a first down and more. It's about a 15-yard gain, but so I guess I need to brush up on the college or the junior college rules a bit, because they're going to say holding all the way downfield, so that's why they marked it off from there. So it still winds up being a gain without the down. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about, I'm going to say 3. And close to first down yardage. We'll see where they spot it as the Broncos run it between the tackles again. And that's number 26, Jael Stark. All right, shotgun, and there's a rusher in there quickly. He's taking it down the field into coverage. Catch is made, but out of bounds. You're going to say he did not get the feet down. Tremendous catch. As Muasau throws the ball into coverage. And I didn't catch the receiver, actually.
It's going to be number 9.
Okay, so number 9 is Tulioa, sophomore tight end.
And they got to have 1 foot in, is that right?
All you need is 1 foot in. I believe it's the same as the 4-year college, the rules for reception on there. And we do have a defensive penalty here, which is going to give the Broncos a first down, 5-yard variety. I didn't see the signal. But, yeah, they're saying did not get 1 foot in. And, of course, if you get 1 in and 1 out, if the 1 is out first, then you're just out. So.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to try the left side here, and not much doing there on the keeper from Muasau. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Quarter Cadets, and actually the sideline making noise there. Here's a run up the middle again to Jael Stark. And no information on him as far as did not play last year. We do know that he's a new player to the Broncos this year, so probably a freshman. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 7, maybe a long 6. 3 receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the backfield. Play clock down to 6, and they do get it off. Looking on the right side where those 3 receivers are. Got a man there, and he makes the catch. And the defender just couldn't get turned around, and that is Devin Miles. Sorry, that is Terrence Moore. Wrong number 1. Terrence Moore, sophomore wide receiver for the Broncos, with the big gain for a first down all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Pumas, and quick to the line are the Broncos, and they got the timeout called. And that will be the second timeout called by the Papago Pumas. So with 53 seconds and change here in the first quarter, it's been a long quarter, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's still the first quarter. We'll wait and take our first break at the quarter. So the Broncos leading at 7-0 here from the Wool Bowl, site of the newly reinstated Wool Bowl game. So 2 junior college teams will be participating in that game this year. And the Broncos are hoping they are not in that game this year because they'd much rather be playing in deep into the playoffs as they did last year as the defending national champs. We were talking before the game about how they played Iowa Western Community College in that championship game last year, and I believe that the volleyball team played for the national championship as well against that same small community college in Little Rock, Arkansas, Iowa Western Community College. Volleyball team for the Broncos could not win, but the football team were victorious and looking to repeat here as they start the season off against the Pumas. All right, we're ready to go. Tight formation now. No receivers split out. They're going to run the ball. Keeper now flip it out to tight end, and he drags a defender for a short gain, couple of yards there. That's number 83, and that's Jordan Mendoza. Big 6'4", 245-pound tight end. And good decision there by Muasau as he was going nowhere running the ball. Managed to make a little something out of it. 2nd and 8. We're on the 38-yard line. And they're going to run the jet sweep, and cutting inside is number 6, and that is Malik Phillips. He's a returning player from last year. And Malik with another short gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 6, and that will do it for quarter number 1. We're going to take a quick break here and be back for second quarter action here as the Broncos lead the Papago Pumas 7-0 from the Wool Bowl. Thanks for tuning in to KSVPTV.com. We'll be back real quick.
It's Big O Tire's 60th anniversary sale, and this deal is a hot one. Get $100 in instant savings when you buy 4 select in-stock sets of Big O brand tires with paid installation August 1st through the 21st. An exclusive deal for our most valued customers. For 60 years, you've trusted Big O Tires to give you quality service and excellent prices on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. We want to show our gratitude for 6 decades of support, loyalty, and community. And what better way to do that than with a great sale? Hurry into your neighborhood Big O Tires and save $100 instantly when you buy select sets of 4 Big O brand tires, August 1st through the 21st. Big O Tires, the team you trust since 1962. Installation charges extra, required on all 4 tires, not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
All right, we're back, and just in time as the Broncos take the snap and are looking downfield. Wide open is that same tight end who made the play earlier, and that's Jordan Mendoza. Jordan Mendoza with the catch for first down yardage. Nice pass from Muasau. And the Broncos are in business at the Puma 20, 1st and 10. 3 receivers out to the right. They're going to run the ball. No, it's a screen. And chance for, he's going to go. Touchdown, Broncos. And it's Terrence Moore, the sophomore wide receiver, who takes the screen get some blocking. Is there a flag?
Yeah, there is. That screen's been doing really good for them, though. Didn't they? That last time they scored, wasn't that on the screen too?
It was, actually.
Yeah.
Screen towards the right side of the field, but they are going to get the holding penalty, so that is going to negate the touchdown from Moore and bring up a first down. And so they mark off the yardage. So the hold apparently took place near the 10-yard line. So they mark off the 10, so it's 1st and 10 again. It's almost like a do-over. But it's not a touchdown, the important thing. So now they're going over the middle, wide open on the inside slant, and that is number 80. And number 80 is Trevion Beeman. So the Broncos score again. And Trevion Beeman. And blown coverage, obviously, as he was all by himself across the middle. And it's going to be William Testa to kick the extra point. And up and just inside the left upright. It's good. So the Broncos lead 14-0 early here in the second quarter. Just a few plays needed after the break for the Broncos to get their second touchdown. And with the way the defense is playing, it's going to be tough for the Pumas to get back in this, barring mistakes and penalties. I mean, penalties have actually kind of been the Pumas' best weapon on offense, has actually been the Bronco penalties. So if they can clean that up a little bit, they have a chance to kind of run away with this one. Again, last year it was not a close contest with the Pumas, with the Broncos winning 40-9. After that, they went on to defeat the Maricopa Mustangs 66-0. Then went over to Navarro College in Corsicana, Texas, and beat Navarro 39-31. Just kind of recapping last year here. Followed that up with another home win against Kilgore College, 37-26. They beat Bling College, Tyler Junior College before losing to Cisco and then winning out, including the championship game, and that is a deep kick. That one touched the back of the end zone, back line. So that kicker, Testa, has a leg. He will probably advance. I would think with a leg like that, and if he made the 55-yarder last week, he's got a chance to play at the next level. You know, he can get on with the 4-year college next year. Like I said, he's kind of built like a kicker, 5'10", 195. Unlike the Puma kicker, Pedro Velasquez, he's built like a linebacker. He's 6'3", 235. And he's been excellent as well. So the kickers have kind of been the stars for both teams. Pretty good job by the quarterback, though, Muasau. He's been pretty well on target with his throws. He's run the ball pretty well. Made good decisions when things don't go well, like the short pass to tight end and jumping on the bad snap. Oh, and here comes Devin Miles, and he's been a bright spot for the Pumas as he gets a decent gain on first down. Had a good kick return and a couple of good runs from scrimmage. All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 6 from their own 30-yard line. Cunningham and the Pumas has 2 backs with him this time, and they will run the ball, and they've had no luck running the ball inside today. Front 4 for the Broncos, and as they rotate more players in. Just tremendous. And I guess when you have this squad of 114, might as well rotate some players as we get a timeout on the field. Yet another Puma injury. And boy, I think that's number 64, which would be it's not, since they don't have a 64.
Yeah, it looks like a 50 something.
54.
Yeah.
I think they're not listing the 54 either, so. 94? No, it's 54. So we're not updated on that identity of that player. He did jog off the field though, so it's probably okay. All right, the Pumas, 3rd and 5 from their own 29-yard line. A loss on that play. They'll go to the air. They're going to take one down the sideline, and unable to make the over-the-shoulder catch is number 12. And no, is it? Yes, number 12, and that's Jacoby Dinwiddie. Tough catch. He had to try to locate the ball as he turned his head completely around. That's going to bring the Puma punter into the game. And that is Pedro Velasquez, and it's been interesting with the punt team, as the Broncos have got tremendous push every time and came very close to blocking both previous punts. Let's see how Velasquez does this time. 3 protectors back there. You'd think they could give him some room, and this is his worst punt yet, although it takes a favorable bounce. It's going to drop, come to rest there at the 46-yard line, so good field position again for the Broncos, and quarterback Kobe Muasau. And balanced attack, I would say, from the Broncos. They haven't been leaning too heavily on the rush or the pass. Trying to keep the defense guessing somewhat. Yeah, the Pumas have a few players that aren't listed here, because there's a number 6 playing linebacker right now, and there's no number 6 on the roster, so apologies that we can't identify everybody. Pumas show blitz and line up off sides, but he's going to back out. And trouble with the handoff, but the Broncos are still going to get a 5-yard gain out of it. Maybe right at 5 yards, I think, is where they're going to spot it. So kind of fortunate there, as the handoff was kind of bobbled in transitioning from quarterback to running back. Still a 5-yard gain on first down, and takes the ball into Papago territory at the 49. Muasau back, handoff again inside, and first down yardage. Good hard running there and good blocking up front from the Broncos. And that is number 8. And that is Marion Brown. Marion. Okay, so new running back in the game for the Broncos on this possession. Well, new quarterback in the game for this possession. I did not realize that's Mason Myers quarterbacking the Broncos now. And it will be Brown again with a good carry, as he thought he maybe could have got a little more on that one. Mason Myers, the quarterback now, 6'1", 210, listed as a junior. Wears number 4. So Coach Kurt is really mixing it up here, as he's playing different quarterbacks and different lead running backs. So Mason Myers, inside handoff, and that's going to be Terrence Moore, and Moore is not going to get much on that one, even maybe a loss on the play. We'll see about the spot. Loss or no gain, as Myers now gets instructions from his coach, calling the plays in from with the yellow jerseys. I forgot about that last year, as they signal the plays in. I guess those are all the would-be quarterbacks. Muasau there also calling in the plays with the yellow shirts. Now back to passes Myers. He's got a man wide open. If he can connect, he does. Touchdown Broncos. And is it number 80 again?
Yeah, number 80 again.
All right, so second touchdown for Travion Beeman in as many possessions. So Beeman doesn't care who throws it to him. He'll just catch a touchdown as Muasau connects on the previous possession, and this time it's Mason Myers connecting on the, wow, that was like a 35-yard touchdown. Yeah. So Tresta up for the extra point. Snap the kick. That one looks good. 21-0 your score as the Broncos dominating the Pumas at this point. We're not even halfway through this second quarter, and it's a 21-0 lead. Defense has looked stingy. Offense has looked pretty formidable. So the Pumas are going to have to come up with something to try to get back in this game. And you see the depth of Coach Kurt's team as he runs different starting quarterbacks out there, and they're both very effective. Muasau engineering 2 touchdown drives, and Mason Myers able to engineer one of his own in his only possession of the game. So I'm assuming he'll come back out, see if he can do it again. But first we'll get the special teams on the field. Tresta lines up the kickoff at the 35. Got the clouds rolling in from the south and cool things off here at the Wool Bowl. And another kick well out of the end zone. The returners just watch it sail by like a left fielder watching a bomb. All right, so we're going to have the Puma offense back on the field. They'll start from their own 20-yard line. And it will be Jaden Cunningham, I assume, back out for another possession. Can't get over the size or just the number of players on the sideline for the Broncos. All right, it will be Cunningham, and he's going to hand the ball off to Miles. And Miles is quick, but the pursuit is there. And whoa, 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 that's way after the whistle, guys. And Miles throws his hands up like, hey, a little extracurricular. No flag, though, that I see. It's going to be a 1-yard loss, so yet another tackle for loss for this Bronco defense. All right, 2nd and 11 now. And they'll try to run it again with the speedy Miles, and he'll get tackled in the backfield again. This time, loss of 4, depending on the spot. I'm going to say 4 or 3. The defense looks fast, don't they?
They do.
And part of that could be, you know, rotating those players in. I mean, obviously you'd like to be in good shape for your first game of the season. Been working on it all summer, getting ready, but some serious speed there as we get the Bronco band. Cadet Corps band. I'm not sure what they call the band, but they're playing the Imperial March. Oh, and that could be a sack deep in the backfield. Instead, he slips away and gets the ball downfield, but nothing doing. And is that the quarterback now? He is, but there's a Miles blocking.
Yeah, it looks like it was Miles that number 1.
Yeah, slow to get up. He's not very big, is he? All right, so that is going to bring the big punter back out, Pedro Velasquez. Velasquez from Elkhart, Indiana. And like I said earlier, he looks like a linebacker, but he's a pretty good punter. He's got his 3 protectors again. Another bad snap, and he just barely got that off. That might have even been touched. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So that's going to net only about 15 yards on that punt. So I may have bragged too soon, although it's the protectors that are failing him, not the punter. I think when he's had a chance, he's got some good ones off.
Yeah.
But the Broncos are definitely in business here, just 38 yards from another touchdown. And they are going to roll Mason Myers back out there at quarterback. And I think they're going to bring J.L. Stark, as the lone setback. He's the starting running back, so kind of running Myers with the first teamers. Terrence Moore out there, the big tight end, Mendoza out there. I think that's Beeman out there as well. So this is the first teamers with Myers. And up the middle in a little room, but it's going to be a good 4-yard gain maybe on first down for Stark. Looks like the running backs are going to be new this year for the Broncos. Not listing any running backs returning from last year's squad. Of course, they had the running back head off to Nebraska to play from the championship team. His name escapes me, but good on him for moving on to a major program at the next level. And inside handoff and wrapped up nicely there by number 11, and that's Corey Floyd Jr., 6'4", 220 linebacker from Cleveland, Ohio. Get a few from that Midwest area. See a few players from Danville, Illinois. We have Cleveland, Ohio, Chicago, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan. A little Midwest recruiting for the Pumas, and wide open is Terrence Moore. So the little sophomore, 5'8", 155, leaping up to make the catch all the way down. See where they spot it at about the 8. So another nice pass from, is there a scuffle there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I was watching the play and we had players with some extracurricular activity there, and now we're going to get timeout. And timeout on the defense, so that'll be the last timeout of the half for the Pumas, as they were late to get set. I wish I was paying attention there, Jack. I mean, we must have had a little scuffle back there, but the officials got it taken care of. So I'm seeing 7 minutes and 13 seconds left here before halftime, and a 21-0 lead for the Broncos. And is that the trainer out talking to the officials? It's a little bit unusual.
It looks like they're just getting water.
Oh, okay. That's nice then. It is a warm day, even though the cloud cover has come and we got a nice breeze. It's still, I'll get the temp for you. Still a warm day here. 87 degrees, thank you, Mr. Producer. So 87 with that breeze probably feels like close to that, 85 maybe. And oh, nearly a touchdown there. Not a bad throw, but pretty good coverage as well. So it's going to bring up second down and goal from the 8. And looks like, I don't know, I may just be making this up, but Myers seems to be a little little more prone to pass than Muasau was. Here's a run up the middle and pay dirt for JL Stark. So the Broncos back on the board. And it's 27-0. 7 minutes, 4 seconds left. So I want to thank KSVPTV.com, Pecos Valley Broadcasting, Gene Dow, and the whole crew for making this game available for people to listen to without sponsors, is my understanding. So just out of the kindness of their hearts and the love of sports in the area, as we get the extra point up and good from William Testa. We are going to have a few commercials here and take a little break at halftime, but once again, this is just brought to you more than anything else by Pecos Valley Broadcasting. So 28-0, Broncos lead it. And there's no mercy in college football as you look at some of the scores from last year. Broncos won a game 66-0. Had a 48-0 game. Once again, this game last year against this opponent, I should say, was a 40-9 game. So there are no running clock rules in effect, no drop dead at a 50-point lead, anything like that. And actually, that's not even a universal thing at the high school level. Texas doesn't do it. We had a New Mexico team lose by 60-some-odd points last year because they were playing an El Paso team. All right, here's the kickoff from Testa. And you assume it'll be out of the end zone, but it'll be caught in the middle of the end zone. And I don't know if he thought he had to run it out or not. I think he could have still downed it. Instead, he's going to bring it out and get wrapped up at the 10.
Oh, it looks like the ball might be out.
That's a good spot there, kid. And what are they going to say? Not indicating a change of possession. I'm not sure if Devin Miles realized he could have still downed that ball. He attempted to field it, bobbled it, it went to the ground, but that doesn't, you can still down the ball there, I'm sure of it. And he made the poor decision to bring it out and only made the 12-yard line. So that's going to put his offense in a hole. And still going to be Cunningham out there at quarterback for the Pumas. Oh, and a fumbled snap. Cunningham able to scoop it up and make something out of a busted play, and actually a decent first-round gain of about 5 for Cunningham. I don't know if it's the same center as the long snapper. I'm thinking probably not, but they've had trouble snapping the football today.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody listed as a long snapper, or even a center, actually, just offensive lineman. So, well, we got a flag here. I missed the play. What happened there?
It was a incomplete pass.
Okay, so laundry all over the field now as the officials come together to decide what the call's going to be. And it's going to be pass interference on the defense. It's going to be an automatic first down. Spot foul, I believe. Or are they going to walk off the yardage? They will walk off yardage. Spot foul. Okay, spot foul. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball's at the 23-yard line, 24-yard line, I should say. And inside handoff, which I'm not sure why I'd keep doing it. I don't think they've had a successful play on an inside handoff yet. And another injured Puma player. And
he has his helmet off. That doesn't look good.
No.
Holding on to his head.
Not at all. That could be a dangerous situation if the helmet isn't on properly, or if the chin strap isn't on properly or adjusted properly and the helmet comes off. That's when you can have a really dangerous situation. It's number 78. And they don't have a 78 on the roster we've been given. So helmet's still off as he goes off the field. So again, lots of injuries for the Pumas this year. I hope they have a good training staff. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. From the 27, here's a screen, actually backwards pass. And worth a try as everything's bottled up inside, but that's only going to get him about 2 yards on the pass out to Devin Miles. Just trying to get the football into Miles' hands. He is quick and evasive, but all right, here's going to be the option, and not much of an option. He's going to take it himself for about 2 yards. Going to bring up 4th and short, 4th and 3. We'll see if the punt team comes on, or if they go for it. They are on their own 32-yard line, so it's 4th and 2. And I think with that many players coming off the bench, and that's the punt team. Wholesale switches for both. So we were talking about the local players, or I briefly mentioned that there's a couple of local players. Diego Nunez wears number 81 for the Broncos. I have not seen him in the game yet. Goddard High alum. And number 13 is Dominic Nava, the Roswell High former quarterback. And I have not seen Dominic in the game either. I'm looking for him on the bench. 81 and 13. So hopefully we'll see local kids get some action, if they're even suited out for the game. There's lots of players on the bench that do not have uniforms on as well. So, all right, here will be yet another punt from Pedro Velasquez. Flag on the play. Could be a false start or an offsides. The ball bounces right up to number 3, and that's Lamario Larry. And really only bad things can happen there. Larry just needs to get out of the way so that ball doesn't hit him. Fortunately, it bounced right into his hands. So, Jack, do you see those numbers, the local kids? I can't find a 13 or an 8.
I do see 81 right at the 50-yard line.
Okay, 81. So there is
Diego Nunez.
Diego Nunez. He's an old baseball teammate of yours, isn't he? You play an all-star game with you once or something? Or that's a little brother?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it must have been a little brother. Yeah, he's too old to have played with you. But I don't see Dominic, number 13. He's not one of those quarterbacks wearing the yellow pennies. We're going to punt it again after the offensive procedure penalty. So break for the Broncos there.
Oh, and I do see Dominic with the quarterbacks over there.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a penny on.
Oh, it's a fake. And that's a long way to go for a fake in a bad part of the field to do it, but he does pick up positive yardage, but only gains about 5 on 4th and 13 or something. Boy, what do you think of that call?
Yeah, especially with that punter too. I don't think that was a very good call.
No,
they had a long way to go.
They had a long way to go. They're deep in their own territory. And that actually looked like the punter actually had time to get a decent punt away.
Yeah,
and,
it did.
And instead he takes off, and I'm all for the element of surprise, but a little ill-advised there. So the Broncos will take over at the Puma 26. And is it Myers back out there? I believe so. Yes. So Myers with one back in the backfield with him. runs a man in motion, goes up the middle, and tackle for a loss for the Pumas. So you spotted Nava, number 13, right?
Yep.
Okay. So hopefully we'll see him get into the game, as well as Diego. All right, it's going to be second. They're going to give forward progress, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Myers. Shotgun with the back standing right next to him. This will be a pass, and the inside little slants will get about 7 yards, and that's to number 6, Malik Phillips. All right, so 3rd down. And, you know, this isn't high school football, so if they don't get the yardage here, they might opt to let Testa kick a field goal, but we'll see how they do here on 3rd and 3 from the 19. Tight formation, nobody out wide. Look for a pass down the middle. Nope, run up the middle, and it's going to be close. It's going to be close. It looks like the spot is going to give them the yardage. And I'm going to say move the chains. So 1st down for the Broncos. They're at the 16-yard line. Just under 3 minutes remain here before halftime, and a 28-0 lead for New Mexico Military. Myers in that tight formation again. Fakes the inside handoff. He's pressured. He's just going to throw that one away. Throws it right to the guy running the chains, and he makes a nice one-handed grab there at about the 7. But he's out of bounds and not a player in the game. 2nd 10 from the 16. Good decision there by Myers. Nobody open. He's under pressure. Don't throw an interception. Don't get sacked. It's 1st down. I like it. Same formation again. 3rd play in a row. No one out wide, but they'll definitely pass out of this formation. Slot back comes out. Looks like a Roswell High play. And wide open. Touchdown. What a well-executed play. Is that number 6? Malik Phillips. And might be his 2nd touchdown of the day. Number 9? Okay, so that's CJ Tuliola. And instead of trying a field goal, as I said they might, it's going to be yet another extra point for Testa. He's been down the middle on all but one. He snuck one in the crossbar. We'll see how he does here. Make it 5 for 5 as Testa gives the Broncos a 35-point lead. We're 2 minutes and 33 seconds left before halftime. It's been a good day for Bronco football and a good start to the season for Coach Kurt and his crew. He's got to play a lot of players. I haven't seen an injury, although we have a Bronco laying on the training table. But lots of injuries, unfortunately, for the Papago Pumas, as they have struggled on the scoreboard and they've struggled to stay healthy out there as well. But long way to go. Whole half of football plus these last couple minutes before halftime as the kicking team heads out on the field. Testa puts the tee down and now gets the ball from the back judge. And Testa has been booming those kicks. Last one was run out from 5 yards deep after a bobbled reception of the football. This one will get to the end zone as well. He's going to run it out again, this time from 6 yards deep. Oh, and a huge block. And a great return there, so nothing really to lose, I guess, and it's Devin Miles bring the ball out, and that was a blindside block, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. May let him kick it again, actually. So personal foul on the cutback block on the defenseless player. And I shouldn't have spoken about injuries because that, yeah, and you hate to see that because that's just kind of a cheap shot penalty. You know, that's the kind of play where people get injured, and that's why the rules have been changed in recent years to make that an illegal block. Back in the day, that was perfectly legal. But so many players were getting hurt, and there's a second Bronco player injured on the play. That's number 33. Help me get the number of the player down if you can, Jack. 33 is Connor Mills, who has been in on a lot of special teams plays. Is that him jogging off the field?
Yeah.
37.
Mm-hmm.
So that is either Emery Banks or Tyler Martinez. So glad to see he's okay. Yeah, just, I mean, you hate to call it out, but it's a cheap shot. I mean, it's a cheap shot and it's a dangerous play, and you hate to see it any level. So they mark off 15 from the spot of the foul. I believe it's going to take the ball all the way back down to the 7-yard line. 1st and 10 Pumas, their own 7. Quarterback lines up on the 1 in the shotgun. Cunningham takes it. He's going to have to get rid of it. He's in trouble and caught from behind. He's going to wind up gaining a yard on the play. And I think a Bronco player got his ankle rolled on that one. I think the quarterback, Cunningham, 42. Okay, so number 42. They've just got one of those. That's Tiger Faavi. Sophomore was with the team last year, 6'1", 240 defensive lineman. And I'm pretty sure what I saw was that when Cunningham was being dragged to the ground, he just rolled over the ankle of Tiger Faavi. I wish my partner, Art Sandoval, were here to be pronouncing all these Samoan last names because he'd be having a good time. Got to see the Cowboys win a preseason game last night, though, live and in person. So I'm jealous of that. Didn't see whether his Dodgers pulled out the 9th inning win or not. The Mets did. All right, it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 8. So we've got to get to the 17 for a first down. Cunningham with 2 backs on either side. Now one goes in motion. Calls for the snap, drops it. It's got a fall on it at the 2, so that's going to be a loss of 7. And once again, a Puma injury, and once again, a bad snap. So, and one of the Bronco players putting his hands up like every play, we've got an injury out here. And I can understand the frustration. It does seem like there's been an injury on almost every play. 1:53 left before halftime. 35-0 Bronco lead. As the defending champs showing why they are the premier program in the nation right now. I was going to say the state, in the nation. So they attend to the injured Puma. And he's going to be helped off the field. Appears to be number 79. And 79 is Jeremy Buenostro from Queens Creek, Arizona, so local. And he is gimpy on the sideline. All right, 3rd and long, standing halfway to the back line in the end zone is Cunningham. Here comes the rush. He scrambles, and it's going to be a safety as he slips and goes to the ground. And getting credit for the safety is probably number, it's just hard to read the numbers on those uniforms. Is that 98 right here at the 20?
Yeah, he has his jersey rolled up. It looks like 99.
99, okay. So, well, if it's 99, that's Nashawn Amosa, who will get credit for the safety there, and it makes the score 37-0. And what happens with the safety now is the Papago Pumas will now have what's called well, I'm not sure if it's called a free kick or not, but they can either choose to punt it or to kick it off. A lot of teams choose to punt it for the hang time, but boy, if I had a strong-legged kicker, I think I'd still be tempted to boot it as deep as possible. We'll see who they roll out here. It's the same guy, the punter and the kicker, and that's Pedro Velasquez. We'll see what kind of leg he has here, because he won't have 3 or 4 Broncos in his face when he tries to either kick it or punt it from the 20. Broncos will be, looks like they've got Malik Phillips back there deep. They've got Terrence Moore as one of the up backs, and maybe Charles Henderson on the other side.
Yeah, I think with all the pressure they've been getting from every punt attempt that they have, that they're better off just kicking the ball, because the Broncos have just been in their face every single time they've tried to punt.
Yeah. He's going to try the kickoff route, so we'll see what kind of leg Pedro Velasquez has on this kick. And not too shabby, pretty deep, fielded and fumbled at the 23. And pretty good coverage on a long kick after the safety. It will be Phillips bringing the ball back, but only about a 12-yard return, if that. So do the Broncos have time to score? They've got 1:25, and we'll see who rolls out there at quarterback. I see Muasau in the huddle, and it will be Muasau. So they're going to go back to Muasau and not go with Myers here. A little bit surprised. Myers seemed to be maybe the better passer, but no knock on Muasau at all. He's throwing the ball well too. We'll see what they do here. 2 split out right, 2 split out to the left. And no play as the whistles blow, and a procedure penalty on the Broncos. So they'll start 5 yards back and 1st and 15. We've got the big tight end Mendoza split out left with, I believe, Phillips. And they're going to have Moore on the other side, and I can't see the other receiver. One back in probably for protection, I'm thinking, for Muasau. Now they send him in motion, so it'll be Muasau by himself, and here's the little slant in to Phillips for a pretty good gain. Gain of about 13 on 1st and 15. Clock will roll. Clock doesn't stop here. I'm going to get a timeout, I think. What do we got? Injury timeout. Look at that. Another injured Puma as big number 44, Dre Harris, 6'3" and 270, trying to get off the field. And here's an out that's open, and let's see if he gets out of bounds. He does. Not just a business decision with 2 guys in his face, but Malik Phillips able to stop the clock with 55.7 left. Scores 37-0, but the Broncos would like nothing more than to get in the 40s here before halftime, as they are already running away with this one. I'd like to see a blowout just so we can see the Roswell kids play. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, going to fake the inside handoff and fumble the football, and Muasau just has to drop, and we'll see if we get a timeout from Coach Kurt. We do. And timeout Broncos. I'm saying Coach Kurt. It's Tuafa'aso. Kurt. Taufa'aso. It's the best I can do. I'm going to say Coach Kurt. I hope he doesn't mind. I'm struggling enough with the Samoan names of the players where I don't have an option. So the national champion, Coach Kurt, nothing but respect. All right, after the timeout, going to stay with Muasau. And stay in that split twins formation. No, just one receiver to the right this time as they have a slot back in for protection, and now shot down the, oh my goodness. As the pass protection breaks down and Muasau gets sacked for a 9-yard loss. But there is a penalty on the play, and it's holding against the Broncos. It's going to be declined, and it's going to make it third and about 20, 21, 22. We'll see where the spot actually is. Ball on the 39-yard line, and third and a lot. And wants to go down the field, finally does release, but too much pressure on him as the pass protection kind of breaking down for the Broncos here.
Yeah.
And they're in a fourth down and super long situation, and they are going to bring out Robert Cole to do the punting. Cole with the team last year as well. Almost exactly the same size as Testa, maybe a little heavier. And get a chance to see his leg as the sun comes out. And good protection for, and a short kick that goes out of bounds at about the 18, 19-yard line, and a big reaction from the crowd. I'm not sure why.
I think the punt protection people had a really good block on the dude coming in.
All right, so just took my eyes off it. Just 19.3 left here before halftime. 37-0 your score as the defending national champs, the Broncos, making an early season statement here from the Wool Bowl, as the Papago Pumas have been no match offensively or defensively for Coach Kurt and the Broncos. So they'll just run something safe here, don't you think?
Yeah.
Although with the shotgun, nothing's safe the way this center has been playing. They're going to run the football. No, we're going to pass it. And he does pass it, gets it away somehow to the little guy, Miles, but it's still going to be a loss on the play, a loss of, and they need to blow the play dead a little quicker, in my opinion. I hope that's not a factor in contributing to these injuries, but all right, that'll do it for the first half with the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, the defending champs, with the 37-0 lead over the Papago Pumas from Arizona. We're going to take a break here, let you listen to some of our regular sponsors on KSVPTV.com. Thanks for tuning in. Kelly McDonald, Jack McDonald here from the Wool Bowl, and we'll be back after this break.
August is back to school month. It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to keep safety in mind as you send loved ones off to school. Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to share some safety tips to keep in mind. Slow down and watch for school zones. Put your phone away. Don't get distracted. Stop for buses loading or unloading students. CVE wishes everyone a safe transition back to school. Remember to be safe and be smart this school year.
NMMI Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at NMU Roswell. Contact your high school school counselor for more information.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. He's normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
Richland Motors invites you and your family to the Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, honoring first responders on Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell. This cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Prizes will be awarded for the best in brisket and best in ribs. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
Well, the biting bugs and the ferocious flies are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Buying
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For a free estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than 5 quarters a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
It's Big O Tire's 60th anniversary sale, and this deal is a hot one. Get $100 in instant savings when you buy 4 select installation August 1st through the 21st. An exclusive deal for our most valued customers. For 60 years, you've trusted Big O Tires to give you quality service and excellent prices on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. We want to show our gratitude for 6 decades of support, loyalty, and community. And what better way to do that than with a great sale? Hurry into your neighborhood Big O Tires and save $100 instantly when you buy select sets of 4 Big O brand tires, August 1st through the 21st. Big O Tires, the team you trust since 1962. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and up to 10% shop fee based on non-discounted regular retail price not to exceed $35 where permitted. See store for details.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
August is back to school month. It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to keep safety in mind as you send loved ones off to school. Central Valley Electric Cooperative would like to share some safety tips to keep in mind. Slow down and watch for school zones. Put your phone away. Don't get distracted. Stop for buses loading or unloading students. CVE wishes everyone a safe transition back to school. Remember to be safe and be smart this school year.
NMMI Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at NMMI Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, student success, that's what we're about.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday, to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
My yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
We really are trying to create this homestead.
there are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
Richland Motors invites you and your family to the Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, honoring first responders on Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell. This cook-off is open to all skill levels and all mediums: wood, charcoal, pellets, wood chips, and electric. Prizes will be awarded for the best in brisket and best in ribs. Sign up now at rlchevrolet.com. Click the About Us tab and enter. Richland Motors Barbecue Cook-Off and presentation of the American Patriot Award, Saturday, September 10th at Richland Motors on West 2nd in Roswell.
Well,
and welcome back to the Wool Bowl. where the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos lead at halftime, 37-0. Going to go over some stats for you from the first half. The Broncos had 15 first downs to the Pumas 5. Broncos had 24 rushes for 24 rushes for 55 yards. I'm sorry, I just thought they had more than that. Passing yardage, 14 of 17 for 245 yards. Total offense was 41 plays for 300 yards. One kickoff return for 13 yards, 2 punts for an average of 34.5 yards per punt. The Pumas had 2 fumbles lost, so that's 2 fumbles recovered by the Broncos. And penalties, Broncos had 5 for 41, the Pumas 6 for 51. So too many penalties probably for both teams. And I'm told not to say the time of possession because it's not going to be accurate. Rushing the football for the Broncos, you had J.L. Stark, 9 rushes for 39 yards and a touchdown. Amarian Brown, 4 rushes for 13 yards. Terrence Moore had 2 carries for 9 yards, and Darius McClendon 1 for 5. Kobe Muasau was 10 of 11 for 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mason Myers, 4 out of 6 for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. So very efficient and effective quarterback play for the Broncos. Receiving, Travion Beeman, 4 catches for 79 and 2 touchdowns. Terrence Moore, 3 catches for 83 and a touchdown. Malik Phillips, 3 catches for 35. And CJ Tualoa, 2 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. Robert Cole punted twice, as I said, for a total of 69 yards. Malik Phillips had that 1 kickoff return for 13. And unofficially, 4 tackles for Javon Furlow, 2 for Dimitri Madden, 2 for Mikai Hibbler, and 2 for Noberto Valencia. All right, so that'll do it for the halftime stats. And I'm going to have my partner take that back over to Mr. Jeff Gunn. So thank you for those stats, Mr. Gunn. And he's going to teach me about some stat programs, try to do a little bit more efficient job for the other games that I'll be doing, not only for the Broncos, but of course for the Rousel Coyotes. Programming note, we will be broadcasting the game next week from the Wool Bowl here, and then it will involve Snow College, perennial junior college powerhouse Snow College, against the defending national champion Broncos, and that game is going to be broadcast. It's going to be Art Sandoval and myself, Kelly McDonald, and we're told it's going to be on ESPN Plus. I told Jack it might be on the Ocho, but apparently it's just going to be one of the options on ESPN Plus. But an honor for Coach Sandoval and I to get to do that. So tune in next week, ESPN Plus, for more Bronco football action. And I'll tell you, Coach Tafalsau is going to be looking for a performance just like this from his crew, this home not traveling team, but the home team of 114, I'm told. So, and I don't know how many players he's used, but he's used a bunch. He's rotating regularly on defense. He's used 2 quarterbacks, 2 starting running backs, multiple receivers and tight ends. So good to see. And, you know, I guess it's fine to have this many players if you're going to use them and you're going to develop them. And you know, it's a big squad. A lot of the major college programs might have over 100 players like this, but well over 100. But I think it's a little bit unusual at the junior college level. Like I said, the traveling squad for Papago is about 60 or low 60s, and that might not be enough for them if they keep getting injured at the rate that they've been getting hurt, unfortunately. don't know if that speaks to conditioning, if it speaks to being early in the season, if it speaks to, the Broncos being just a little bit more physical out there than the Pumas are at this stage. But as many injuries in a football game, half of football, as I think I've ever seen. So the Broncos versus Snow College, that will be next Saturday at 6 p.m. and available to watch on ESPN Plus. And went over their schedule earlier. Got into October. Saturday, October the 8th, they'll be at Tyler Junior College. That's a team they played in the playoffs last year. We got to cover that one, Art and I. They're going to play Cisco College at Cisco College. After that, they'll be back at home against Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College. On the 22nd, the 29th of October, they'll be at Trinity Valley Community College, and that will be their homecoming game. November, we'll have a home matchup against RPA College, and after that will be the SWJCFC playoffs, where they will defend their national championship. First round will be Saturday, November 12th. Next round, Saturday, November 19th. That's the SWJCFC championship will be on Saturday the 19th, and then the NGCAA playoffs. There's just 2 rounds, and the first round will be December 3rd. The championship will be December the 16th, and hopefully we'll see the Broncos back in that championship game to defend the title. All right, looks like we're just about ready to go here. And Papago will get the ball first, although I think it's very likely Testa will kick it deep enough in the end zone that there will be no return. They have pulled 2 out of the end zone. First on a bobbled kick, which I think was a poor decision. The second one wound up a positive for the Pumas as they got out past the 20 after returning that one. I think he was 6 yards deep on that, and that was Devin Miles. Another deep kick. Not fielded as it hits the end line. It's the second one to maybe go through the end zone. So Testa showing off that leg that allowed him to make a 55-yard field goal last week in the scrimmage against Tec de Monterrey, the champions of the Mexican 4-year college football league. I'm told they had a lot of very big players. A lot of players in their late 20s, so a little different situation, but he said it was a good experience for him. They did lose the game in the unofficial score, 41-24, but this is the actual opener, and off to a great start are the defending champs. All right, new quarterback for the Pumas, and that's number 2, Cameron Beard. Kind of a thin quarterback, and list him at 6'3" and 180 from Pittsburgh, Texas. So Beard, the new quarterback, they're going to see if he can fare any better against this Bronco defense, which held the Pumas scoreless in the first half and forced at least 2 turnovers. All right, second down and 11 after yet another tackle for loss. And he'll roll out to the right, look downfield, now take off. He's got room. It's going to be a first down and more as he slides down at the 43-yard line. And asking for a late hit flag, but excuse me, I don't believe we needed one there. The slide was pretty late.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything out of sorts there, but a great game there for the quarterback, Beard. He'll take the shotgun snap and look downfield, evades the rush, scrambles out to his right, and tackled from behind. That's number 32. Asaya Mahina. Why wouldn't you want to read names at halftime? Nice tackle from behind for a loss of about 3 on the play. I wish I had the tackle for loss stats. They're probably in that fancy stat computer we had, but I just didn't see them. Second 13. Beard, the new quarterback, and another fumble snap, and it's picked up by the running back. And that is Devin Miles, who's had a good day, as good a day as you can have, losing 37-0 at halftime, but he's been one of the few bright spots for the Pumas, but he's had a long day as well. So that'll go down as yet another tackle for loss after the fumble on the errant snap. And I don't know if it's the same center, but it's the same result, as they've had lots of trouble snapping the football today. 2nd and 21 from the 32, as Cameron Beard, who's taking over quarterbacking duty for the Pumas, rolls out, but he's in trouble. Can't roll the way he wants to because of the pressure, and now he better just unload it. Now down the sidelines, he's going to step out of bounds, and it's going to wind up being a gain of 1 after all that. Have the 1 stick on the near sideline showing the line of scrimmage, and the other sticks, of course, on the other field show the down and distance. 4th and 21, and we're going to see our old friend Pedro Velasquez, who's had an interesting day as well. We'll see if his protectors can give him enough time to punt the football, see if his center can get him the football. A decent snap.
Oh.
And he didn't run that one on a trick play. He ran that one out of necessity as the rush was coming. What do you think's happening there? I mean, it's like a jailbreak on every punt.
I know. They're just not getting blocked, I guess. That snap looked like it was pretty good. It got to him pretty quick, but...
And as has been after most plays in this game, unfortunately, we have an injured Puma on the field. I mean...
And I think that's the punter. He's going to get up, though.
He's a big kid, but he is being helped off the field and hopping. I don't think we're going to see any more of Pedro Velasquez. And we'll look. I don't think they list any other kicker punter on this roster. They do not. So that could be an issue for Papago. And who's the quarterback? He's got a turn for us. We don't know who's quarterback in here. They've used 2. They've used Myers and Muasau, and it's rush up the middle, and it looks like it's Myers back in at quarterback. And nice gain on first down for a first down, 11-yard carry for number 34. Is that who carried the ball? I believe it was. That's the Dontravius Jackson. So Dontravius Jackson in the backfield again. He's behind the quarterback Myers. There is an up back as well, as Papago shows blitz for a moment. We'll see what happens. It's going to be Jackson again, and he's going to get maybe 3 or 4 as another helmet comes off. And they say you have to come out of the game, and that is the rule. If your helmet comes off, you have to come out of the game, and they will assess why it came off. The thinking being the helmet shouldn't come off in normal play, so maybe it's not adjusted correctly. So you must substitute if the helmet comes off, and that's why the officials temporarily blew that dead, but the play clock is still going here. Myers in that tight formation with 1 back. This time it's Jackson. Dontravius Jackson. And now he'll split out to the right, and screen pass is knocked down. That should be an incomplete pass, but they're throwing the marker in there like it's fumble. We'll see what they rule it. I don't know why they're backing up. That was an incomplete pass. Unless they're going to say he threw it backwards, but I don't think he did. All right. So they're going to say fumble on that, bringing up a 3rd and 7. And it will be Myers back to pass, and now he's going to scramble for his life and throw across the middle and can't hold on to the football in traffic. And that's number 9, CJ Tualoa, who has a touchdown catch in the game. but couldn't hold on to that one. He has between two receivers and did get hit right as he tried to bring it in, and we're going to get our first field goal attempt of the game. It will be William Testa, and he'll be kicking from the 24, so that's going to be a 34-yard attempt. Should be well within his range if he had a 55-yarder last week. Good snap, good hold. It's up. No good. Wide right. So Testa, plenty of leg as that ball rolled all the way out to the fence, but not on target. Testa misses from 34, and that means the Pumas will take over from the 20-yard line. So missed field goal. The other team can't have it any deeper than the 20, so they were inside of that, I believe. So the ball moves out to the 20-yard line, and the Papago Pumas will take over. And it's yet another quarterback, I believe. Let's see. Where is that? Yep, and it's going to be fumble.
Oh, ball's out.
And the Broncos are on it. So the run by Devin Miles, ball gets stripped out, and the Broncos with their third takeaway in the game. And the quarterback there was number 18, and so they've gone back to Jaden Cunningham. And he hands the ball off to Miles, but the ball is stripped out. I don't think he just fumbled it. I think someone went in there and took it from him. And opportunistic is the defense. So back in business are the Broncos. They're going to take over, it's like at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. 9 minutes, 23 seconds remain here in quarter number 3. 37-0 your score. The defending champs playing like it. Mason Myers back in at quarterback. He got the first possession of the second half. Broncos running the tight formation. And it will be a run. No, it will be a sack. And it'll be a fumble. No, they're going to say he's down. They are blowing it dead. Those whistles mean the play's over, and that is going to be a penalty. Unsportsmanlike. No flag. Lots of play after the whistles by both teams, actually, so maybe that's why there's no flag.
I saw him, he threw his hat.
Well, there are no other flags on the field, so I don't know why he wouldn't throw his flag. But he's going to discuss the situation with the white hat. And we'll make some sense of this crazy play. I think the initial call was that he was down before the fumble on the sack. But we get unsportsmanlike conduct on Papago. So, you know, I don't know. I thought I saw the NMMI player actually take the guy down, but it could have been, you know, what do they always say about these things? The second guy always gets the penalty. So we'll see. In any event, and now they're discussing it with the coaching staff of the Pumas, and now they're coming back, bringing the ball back. So I'm confused. We'll see where they put the ball down and what down and distance they say it is. They moved it ahead and then they moved it back. Now they're marking off the penalty. So after the sack had the ball at the 28. So if they go 15 from there, it's going to be to somewhere in the vicinity of the 17. Take it back. 15. All right. So the 15-yard unsportsmanlike will give the Broncos the football at the 15-yard line. looking to get into the 40s here. There's a quick pass out to the tight end. He's got one blocker but 3 defenders. It's going to be about a 4-yard carry. And they're hooting for him. They're not hooting. They're saying pew, as Anthony Pugh made the catch there. So they're not booing, folks. They're saying pew. Oh, new quarterback again. And it's carried by number 27. That's Tyron Cassie. And the new quarterback is number 15. And that's Cale Stewart. He's new to the team, so probably a freshman. And he was wearing one of those yellow shirts earlier, I believe. Not 100% sure. But third quarterback used by the Broncos, which is okay when you got the big lead. And it's going to be a running play, and it's going to be a touchdown for number 27, Tyron Cassie. So a 7-yard power run left, and another touchdown for the Broncos, who fail on their field goal attempt, but get the turnover and the touchdown, making the score 43-0 as Cassie scores. And William Testa will try to get this one through the uprights. He missed on the 34-yard field goal attempt just a few minutes ago. This one might be left. No, it's down the middle. So extra point is good. 44-0. Your score as the Broncos start to play several bench players as they extend their lead even farther. We'll see how deep into the bench and deep down the depth chart they get. Again, we'll try to keep an eye out for the local players. Again, that's Diego Nunez, number 81, and number 13, Dominic Nava. Now, Nunez, I believe this is his first year with the team. Dominic did see some action last year, so we'll see if he gets in. They still list him as a receiver, although he's kind of hanging out with the quarterbacks. Of course, standout quarterback in high school for Roswell High. Part of those back-to-back state championship teams, I believe. All right, getting set to kick off as Testa will test that leg and see if he can kick it out, completely out. I think he's had 2 that landed on the white in the back of the end zone. Let's see if he can hit the green. The wind is blowing that way. This is going to be a line drive and returnable. It's off his hands and out the back of the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. Fielded or attempted to be fielded at the 2, but the line drive kick was a little hot there and went out the back. So it's going to be harder for me to spot subs on defense, so maybe just go with some names. See Moses Sarway out there, number 25. Number 29 is Akai Harvey. 35 playing a linebacker is Dawson Chapman, or Norberto Valencia probably. He's a starter. 3 split out wide for the Pumas, and they've gone back to number 2 at quarterback, and he's going to try the screen, and that's going to be tackle for loss. And it's Cameron Beard back in at quarterback, but he's running for his life as Jaden Cunningham has done the whole first half. Cunningham did come back in for at least part of the last series, but they've gone back to Beard, the first-year player from Pittsburgh, Texas, so probably looking at an 18-year-old here playing quarterback. Empty backfield, 2 out to his left, 3 out to his right. And looking for somebody. Instead, he's going to be sacked at the 18-yard line. And that's going to be a sack of about 6 yards. by number 61. And that is Uso Teveseo. Or Teveseu. I learned to say Tefalsal, but I haven't learned everybody else's yet. So, Coach Kurt Tefalsal has these boys ready to play, that's for sure, and to defend their junior college national championship. They lead this one 44-0. They've got them backed up, 2nd and 16, and a little more time here, and he's going to take it down the field. No, he's going to try to run it, and still scrambling and going the wrong way, and forced out of bounds at about the 17. So it's going to be another tackle for loss. That's going to go down as a sack, actually, and it's going to bring up, is it 3rd down or 4th down? I guess it's just 3rd down. I thought I saw the line judge holding up the fist, which usually indicates 4th down, but scoreboard, and I can't read the side. It's 4th down, isn't it?
Yeah, they just flipped the sign.
Okay, yeah, the scoreboard is wrong. So 4th and 14, and who is back there punting, Jack? Is he back on the field?
Yeah, he is. That's that same punter.
Okay, so that's Velasquez, Pedro Velasquez, who was limping badly. Let's see if he can get a punt away. Nearly blocked. And I think partially blocked. I think he got a piece of it because it went and nearly hit the stands. So number 34, and that's Dontravius Jackson, who was, where's that 54? Who's coming off the field here about the 20? 34?
Yeah, it looks like 34.
Okay, so that was the Dontravius Jackson who was doing the running, was the running back, and he's going back out there. So special teams and some backup running back duties. I'm just like 90% sure he got a piece of that. So we'll give him the credit for the blocked punt.
And I do see number 13 out there. There's 2 people on the roster for 13, but
yeah, I'm guessing that's probably Dominic. So Nava out there, local high school hero Dominic Nava, and he's running a little slant here, but it's a running play and a decent one on 1st down, 5-yard carry for Jackson. So we'll keep an eye on Dominic. He was lined up in the slot on that play. Good catch there, Jack. I didn't see that he was out there. Let's keep an eye out for Diego as well, 81. And penalty on the Broncos, so we'll replay 1st down. That 4-yard carry is wiped away. What's the penalty here? Did you see it?
I'm not sure. It was way after the play.
So either a late flag or 10-yard penalty, so it's probably holding. All right, so Nava, one of 2 slot receivers on the near side this time for the new quarterback, which is, well, Cale Stewart, I think. And some extracurricular block in there. Another running play, so using some clock here. Quarterback is Cale Stewart. Don't have any numbers on him, new to the team, so again, probably a 1st-year player. Not sure the preferred terminology as they list players as sophomores and juniors here. All right, back to throw, and he's going to go deep. And did he throw the flag? He did.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pass interference right at the goal line as the defender for the Pumas kind of draped all over, trying to see who the receiver was. Well, it was Dominic Nava, wasn't it? So he's looking for Nava, but the interference penalty It's going to give, I guess they just do the 15 yards and an automatic first down, or half the distance and an automatic first down. No? Maybe they just called holding. Here's the running play to Jackson. No. He's going to flip it out to the tight end, and that will be first down yardage. Well, maybe not. No, he's going to be short. These multiple yardsticks are confusing me. So we're going to have second and, no, they're showing first down, so it's not first down. Second and about 3. And Cale Stewart, third quarterback used by the Broncos today. Going with the tight set, and he just gets the handoff over to Jackson. Jackson will have first down yardage near the 5-yard line. On Travius Jackson, who blocked the punt and is now trying to score a touchdown. He's the running back. Nava still in the game. He's wearing number 13. Lined up in this tight formation as a slot back tight end type. And they're going to hand the ball to Jackson again. He's going to get close.
Oh,
Fumbles
looks
it
like the ball's out.
forward. Who's got it? And if it's Papago, they're going to get the ball at the 20. Touchback. They're indicating touchback. So it's going to be a fumble by Jackson into the end zone. Recovered by the Pumas, and they will get the ball. And
you can leave now. Tour squad, listen. Tour squad.
And they're releasing some cadets. And we have an injured Bronco on the field, and I suspect it's Jackson. But I am not able to identify a number there. The Broncos with the old school taking the knee on the injury. Notice number 33 for the Broncos, that's Connor Mills. He is on crutches. He was injured before halftime. So they tried to get the ball to our old buddy Dominic, but the pass interference negated that. And then the fumble, so he doesn't get another chance. So now we just need to see if we can get Diego in the game. I suspect Coach could get in the game anybody he wanted in a 44-0 blowout. 2:42 remain in the third quarter. And this game has taken a long time, but mostly due to injuries. I mean, we had so many injury timeouts. Official game time is 2 hours and 17 minutes. And that is Dontravius Jackson, who is limping off with a little help here. And maybe holding something on the left side. Not really limping. So it could be a shoulder or a, well, now he's kind of limping. So let's hope Dontravius is all right. He's had a good game so far. A few good carries and the block punt coming off the bench. But now Papago with the football. And they've gone back to, oh, nice catch there. And down the sidelines and tackle from behind. It's going to be number 14, Ivan Rodriguez, with his first catch of the game. I was going to say they've gone back to Jaden Cunningham at quarterback. So nice route there, good pass, and pretty good run after the catch from Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez, I wonder if he goes by Pudge. All right, first down inside Bronco territory as Cunningham tries to get Papago on the board. He's in the shotgun, and he's going to hand the ball off. And right there, could have handed it to a Bronco. They were in the backfield so quickly. And Devin Miles just having a long day. As he is gang tackled for a 5-yard loss. Where are they going to put it? 4-yard loss. Back in Puma country. All right, 2nd and 14. Cunningham, the quarterback. And pressure 4 rushers this time. He's got a little more time. He escapes momentarily, and now he's going to try to run with it. No, he lets it go, and he was behind the line. And great catch there by number 14 again, and that's Ivan Rodriguez. And if there are no flags, that play will stand. Flag down the field. Okay, so a flag in the secondary. That's on the defense. That's declined. So nice play by Cunningham and Rodriguez again. And now the Pumas looking to get on the board against what is admittedly probably the 2nd or 3rd team defense for the Broncos. Again, Jack, I don't really remember a lot of the numbers on defense, and they're hard to read. So
yeah,
I'm assuming that he's got the backups in on defense as well. He's got them in on offense. And the Pumas looking to score here against some of the bench players as we wind down the 3rd quarter here. And he's going to try the little fade, and good coverage out there if there's no flag by number 20. And that's Charles Henderson, or it's Christopher Liu, one or the other. All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter where the Broncos lead the Papago Pumas 44-0 here in the first game of the season for Bronco football. We're going to take a little break and be back with 4th quarter action here on KSVPTV.com.
The biting bugs and the ferocious flyers are out in force, and if you don't take care of them now, you'll be swatting and scratching all summer. Makes me itchy just thinking about it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether it's keeping the fleas and ticks off your animals or keeping the flies and mosquitoes away from your barbecue, you gotta use the right stuff, and you gotta do it at the right time. So come see us now at Roswell Seed Company, and don't let the bugs tick you off. Get it? Tick.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
All right, we're back to live 4th quarter action from the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico, where the New Mexico Military Institute, the defending national champs, are taking it to the Pumas here from Papago. 44-0 as we start the 4th quarter. Pumas threatening, though. They've got a 2nd and 10 at the Bronco 22-yard line. Cunningham looking deep, but overthrows the intended target there, which I believe is number 89. Jeremiah Garcia, little 5'8", 160 wide receiver. So bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Pumas. I don't know if they'd let their injured kicker try to avoid the shutout from here. It'd be a long field goal, depending on what they do here on 4th down. What do you think, Jack? They kick one here if they don't get a 1st down?
I don't know. I think they go for it, honestly.
We'll see. I think it'll depend on the down and distance as well. If they get a sack or
see how they do on this play.
Tackle for loss, they're going to get positive yardage, but no 1st down. They get to the 19. So from the 19, that would be a 36-yard field goal maybe. It looks like they're going to go there. Got plenty of time to decide. 27 on the play clock. And they don't really care about running down the game clock. They're not going to win the football game. They're going for it. You're right. Good call. And it's going to be a sack and a turnover on downs. A 11-yard sack. So not only do they turn it over on downs, they lose 11 yards of real estate. And the defense sack on the play made by number 50, and that is That's number 50.
Yeah, that defensive line has just been on fire all night.
They have. They have been after the quarterback on almost every pass play. They have double-digit tackles for loss. They have been in everybody's face. Gafatalaji Faga made the sack. Had to try it. All right, here they go. And it's a running play and a pretty good one off left tackle. And it's going to net about 7 yards. We'll try to get the ball carrier for you there as they help him up. We're thinking 37, 87. Carrying the football, that would be unusual. 87 is Manuel Gomez, listed as a defensive player. We'll see. All right, so quarterback is, see if they still have Cale Stewart out there. They do, and it's a running play, and he's got room. He's off to the races, 40, 35, 30, and he'll be caught from behind. And he was looking in the end zone, but that is number 27, and that is Tyron Cassie, or Tyron, probably Cassie. And Cassie actually has a touchdown in the game, so that's all right. My producer is trying to help me spot uniform numbers there. You know, with the contrast, I think it's because of the outline and they get bunched up. They're hard to read, especially from the front. But the Broncos with the long running play, I didn't see exactly how long, 40 yards at least. And now they're in business for Cale Stewart, see if he can get him in the end zone. Third quarterback. Here's a screen out to number 3, Lamario Larry. And Larry is actually listed as a defensive back, so that tells you how deep down the depth chart the Broncos are likely. Now, that could have been his position from last year. He is a returning player, so they may have just switched him over to the offense. 6'1", 195 sophomore. All right, it's going to bring up 2nd and 5. What do you think, Jack? You think third-string quarterback Cale Stewart can get him in the end zone?
I don't know.
I need a prediction now.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it done.
All right. So, seconded by producer Tanner. So, taking a long time to get the play in. Or do we have another injury? What's the holdup here? 20 on the play clock. They're running both clocks. They could just be running down some clock, I suppose, but they want to get reps in for these backup players. And low snap, handed off, and up the middle. Ooh, and flipped over is Tyron Cassie, but not before a pretty decent gain and close to first down yardage. Let's see where the spot is. And they're going to say yes, first down and goal at the 7-yard line. Referee says, oh no, they're calling for a player to come in the game. It is going to be first and goal from the 8. So they are taking their time on offense, getting the plays in. All right, so it will be Cale Stewart. Jack says they're going to score on this drive. They're 8 yards from doing just that. And a little bouncing snaps is fumbled, and it looked like that Cassie was able to get on the fumble. So they will maintain possession, but it's going to be a loss of 1. A lot of trouble snapping the football today for both teams. I'm sure that's an early season thing, but you got to believe that both coaches want to clean that up quickly. And again, could be a backup center in the game as well. Likely a backup center. No centers listed on the roster, so it's just offensive linemen. Here's the shotgun. Going to hand the ball off and met in the backfield by number 11, Corey Floyd Jr., and he's had a couple of decent plays. I remember calling his name a time or two. So Corey Floyd making the play. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 11. And now what do you say? Incompletion or a short gain? Are they going to kick it? I think they will. I think they'll give him another shot at a field goal. But you said they're going to score a touchdown. So let's see if they do that first on 3rd and 12. 3rd and goal from the 12. Will be a pass. And nobody open. Doesn't quite get sacked. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be just a run for no gain. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And in comes number 48, William Testa. So they will try the field goal. So from the 11, that's a 21 plus 7. So a 28-yard field goal attempt for Testa. He's just inside the right hash. Here's the snap. Kick is up.
Oh, just missed.
And he yanked that one left, so he has missed 2 field goals. The other one was wide right. That one was wide left. So Testa 0 for 2 on field goals. He is well, I was going to say he's perfect on extra points, but, oh yeah, because we had the safety. So he is a perfect 6 for 6 on extra points, but 0 for 2 on field goals. Add the safety, and that equals 44 points for the Broncos. They'll give the ball back to the Pumas, and again, they get to advance the ball out to the 20-yard line, and I don't know why they put the ball there. I don't know why they don't put it in the middle of the field, but they put it right there. There's a little extra hash mark indicator there that I'm sure that's why it's on the field, but that's where they put the football. So the Pumas got Cunningham back at quarterback. He's got one receiver, quick screen out to his left, and down the sidelines, tripped up by number 40, and that is Raiden Apavong. And number 4 for the Pumas is Teddy Harris. And he's had a little action today. He's still in the game in the slot, this time to the right, as the Pumas try to move the ball down the field. Handoff this time and hit in the backfield, and I think it's going to be a face mask. Does that look like a face mask to you?
I didn't catch that one.
I don't think there was any holding. If they were holding, they weren't holding very well, because there were about 5 black shirts there. And Tanner says face mask. Did they indicate? Okay, so face mask penalty is going to be 15, and obviously a first down. So the ball will be out all the way to the 43-yard line. Play clock starts. Game clock starts, so we're approaching 7 minutes left here in the football game. 44-0 Broncos on KSVPTV.com. I gotta say that we're not running commercials, so I gotta give credit to the people bringing you this game, and that is KSVPTV.com, Pecos Valley Broadcasting, as we get the minimal yardage there for number 22. That's Rezi Shank. Nice sized running back, 6'2", 225 from Long Beach, California. He'll get another opportunity here and breaks a tackle, pushes ahead and gets close to first down yardage. He's going to be a couple yards short as number 29 for the Broncos makes the tackle, and we'll say that's Lucius Dixon. I think I said Akai Harvey last time 29 made the play, and since there's 2 of them, at least somebody's getting credit once. All right, it's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 on the 49-yard line of the Broncos. Playing from the shadow of the press box. He kicks it out to the right. It's going to be first down yardage for number 4, Teddy Harris. So moving the ball down the field are the Pumas. And Papago, seeing why this program has that national championship from last year. Defense has been solid. Still pitching the shutout even with the backups in the game. And if they can do it for another 5.5 minutes. And nice running there from number 22. That's Rezi Shank. Good pickup on second down. It's going to bring up, on first down I should say, it's going to bring up second down and 6 yards. Shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself on the option, and he's going to have the first down and carry the ball all the way inside the 30 to about, I'm going to spot it right at the 30. So first and 10 at the 30. Cunningham, anytime you're in a situation like this, you just want to get on the board. Whether it's field goal, touchdown, something. You don't want to get shut out. So Cunningham trying to engineer this last-minute drive here to avoid getting shut out by the national champs. Shotgun, he's going to throw this time. Here comes the pass rush, steps up in the middle, and he's going to take off and get a good gain of about 8 yards. And they're going to say leading with the helmet on that tackle, I think. If that's the case, they're going to get half the distance. Let's see what the indication is. Back judge comes over to the white hat and he says, here's what I saw and why I threw my hanky. Personal foul on the defense. So they will go half the distance. So the ball's at the 22. Probably take it near the 11-yard line. They do. So it's going to be first and 10 at the 11. 4:15 now remaining. Plenty of time to get in the end zone. It's going to be up to the defense to keep them out. I'm sure they'll try on all 4 downs if it comes to that. They can get a first down inside the 2. Cunningham in the shotgun, calls for it. He's going to throw. Nobody open. He's going to throw anyway. Now somebody's open, and it's going to get tackled at the 1. So that's probably going to be a first down for number 84. I think it's 84. 84 is Thomas Reed, listed as a wide receiver. So first down and goal for the Pumas. 4 chances to get in. Quarterback sneak, and that will not work at all. Nothing sneaky about that. Cunningham is pushed backwards, and they're going to say just a 1-yard loss, and that might be generous on that play. So another tackle for loss for the Broncos, and they were ready for that one. Second and goal from the 2. We're going to be inside 3 minutes by the time this one's snapped. 15 on the play clock. And under center now is Cunningham. Let's see if he tries the dive again. He's going to hand off, and nothing. Well, he's going to stretch forward. They're going to say down at the 1. So 1-yard gain for, it looks like number 24. And that is Jaden Abdallah. So Abdallah gets positive yardage, but unable to get in the end zone. So that brings up 3rd and goal from the 1. Can the Broncos keep them out? I think it's going to be another sneak. Cunningham tries to push it in himself, dives, and they're going to give it to him. Set the ball across the goal line. I think that's the right call, as I saw him just extend the ball over the white one. You think he got in?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah,
right there.
I do too.
Just snuck off to the left side of the.
Yeah, so if there's no flag, of course there's injured Pumas, but there's no flag, so I think the touchdown is going to stand. They've placed the ball at the extra point distance, so 44-6 is now the score. Is Cunningham able to score? And we'll see what they do here. Are they going to bring the kick? Is the kicker 34 out there? He is. So they're going to try to make it 44-7 and allow Pedro Velasquez to try to kick the extra point here. Now Pedro is the punter as well. He kicks off. He's been injured in this game as they bring player in late. Play clock's at 19. The game clock is not running on the extra point. And Velasquez up. And good. So 44-7 is the score. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. So hats off to the Pumas. They battled the whole game, and they finally get in the end zone here with just 2:16 left in the contest. As the shadow of the press box has extended all the way across the field. 2 hours and 39 minutes of game time here, and that's a lot of game time. Got a lot of stoppage of play for Bronco touchdowns and Puma injuries, as we have a Puma barely getting off the field again. It's going to be a long bus ride home. I'm guessing, just looking at the map of where Papago is, I'm guessing on a Greyhound type bus or activity type bus, you're going to say 10 hours back on that bus. So that puts them home as the sun's coming up. Unless they're staying. Maybe they're staying. Maybe they'll stay the night and go back in the morning. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. I'll bet they head home tonight. If you want to read a great book about junior college football, you can read the book put out by Joe Fortner. And, yeah, stay at the NMMI dorms. There you go. That would be the nice thing to do. All right, here we go. We're going to have the kickoff, and it is Velasquez kicking off, and will be returned at the goal line. We'll get that number for you, and he's got a little room. If he can break one tackle, he breaks two. Spinning, the ball's out. And the Pumas are on it. So a turnover on special teams here by the Pumas. They're going to have a chance to score again. Just 10 seconds went off the clock. Plenty of time to score. So getting a little sloppy here at the end are the Broncos. Certainly the game has been decided a long time ago. 44-7 your score. But Coach Tafalso definitely does not want to see sloppy play from anybody out there. And what are we deciding? They're going to say it's Puma football. Always think back to the Simpsons episode where you have Principal Skinner and his calling them the Pumas. I don't think they want to be called the Pumas. So what are we doing here? Now we're moving the ball. Oh, a penalty. Okay, so they had a penalty on Papago, so they're going to have to start from their 45. So a little tougher task to score twice now. It will be Cunningham, and he's got three receivers to the left, one to the right. One guy in the backfield with him. We'll see if that pass rush is a coming. It is. They're going to rush four, roll out, and sack Cunningham for 7-yard loss. They may give him forward progress and just call it a 6-yard loss. But that will run the clock unless a timeout was called. Clock is not running, so they did call timeout. So timeout Papago. They want to score again here. And why not? You know, just playing for pride at this point. But I tell you what, with all the injuries, I'm not sure I wouldn't just let that clock keep ticking. I mean, it could be a convoy of ambulances going back to Arizona tonight with all the injuries we've seen. None of them appeared to be too serious. They didn't.
Yeah, most people walked off the field, but
there were just so many.
Yeah, there's got to be like at least 10.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
just for the
minimum.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're all okay. And again, none of them look too serious, but there have been a bunch. Shotgun, he's going to hand the ball. No, he's going to fake it and take it himself up the middle, and he's going to get the sack yardage back +1, so a gain of about 7 or 8, depending on the spot. And now the clock's going, 1:43 left, and they're definitely trying to get that second score. Cunningham gets everybody set. 3 receivers to the right this time. Nobody in the backfield with Cunningham. See if they bring pressure from a linebacker. They're just going to rush 3, and he's going to pump fake and run with it, and caught from behind and pulled down by his jersey. And that's number 61. He does a little dance. And that is Uso Tavaseo. So the bench loves that. We had a pretty decent crowd here when the Cadet Corps was here, but they've been released, and now it's pretty sparse here in this 6,000 seat stadium. But if you were here, you saw a lot of good football from the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, the national champs, playing like it, as they're going to defeat the Pumas from Papago 44-7. Unless Papago can score here in the last 40 seconds, they complete a long one down to the 26-yard line, and if they have a timeout left, they're going to use it. And I think they just did. They did. Timeout Papago. So, no, they're going to run the clock. So they're going to have to hurry. Now they call it. And now they may put time back on the clock. They should. They're pointing. They want the seconds. By my calculations, there were maybe 28 or 29 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if they bother with changing the clock. It's not the clock operator's fault. The official did run the clock. I think the Papago coach called timeout with the side judge, and the white hat, the referee, did not see that. He thought maybe they'd just let the game run down. And it will be the last timeout. Well, no, they're showing they still have 1 on the scoreboard, if that's accurate. I haven't been keeping them. So timeout on the field. Papago player 2 injured to go over to the huddle. And that's number 78, 76, 76. That's Solomon Miles. And I believe Solomon was injured earlier in the game, so this could be not another injury, but a previous injury, as he's not going to waste the energy to go over to the huddle. Remains in the game. A little surprised they haven't turned the lights on. All right, not that it matters too much, not those lights, Tanner. All right, 1st and 10, and Cunningham looking for the end zone. He's got a man open. If he can break a tackle, he could score. He's down to the 3-yard line. 18, 17 seconds left. Do they have that 3rd timeout? They do. They're going to call it. And 15.8 seconds left. They're going to have at least 1 shot from the 3. And Coach Tafalsau is talking to the official, and now he's talking to his players. Not sure what he'd be upset about here, but now the officials are going to come together. An 8 crew. I think I said 6-man crew earlier. There are 8 officials on the field. That's probably a junior college thing. That's a lot of officials. It looks like a lot, doesn't it? A whole pack of officials. Herd of zebra. There's 2 down here. There's 2 down here. There's 6 on the field, and there's 2 on the sidelines. They could be backups, but I don't think so. I think they're all working it. 2 sideline officials, and then 3 in the middle of the field. You got a referee, an umpire, a back judge, a line judge, and a side judge on each side. So, all right, we'll see if they can get in again. Under center is Cunningham. And they'll try the running play with the speedy Miles, and he's going to get in. No indication. Boy, I thought he extended the ball over the pylon. They're going to discuss it. Touchdown. So the late signal, I thought he got in. I mean, yeah, I think he extended the ball over the pylon, and
he was over the line before he hit the ground.
They have to set the pylon back up. So It's going to be touchdown Pumas. So 44-13 the score now, and we'll have our old buddy Pedro back out to see if he can make good on his second extra point. As the lineman limps out on the field. Could be that all the linemen are hurt. They're going to go for 2. So Cunningham is going to take it from under center, and the back is Devin Miles, and they're going to wish they had tried the kick. So a 12-yard sack or tackle for loss of Miles, or of Cunningham, sorry. And 7 ticks left. And I'm hoping we're paid by the hour, as game time is 2 hours, 49 minutes, as Cunningham is now injured. Long day for Cunningham. So they'll see if they can get him off the field. His teammates there to help him, Miles and Floyd. And he's up. And they probably won't make him go back out there if necessary. Now, if the Broncos can run around for 7 seconds, the game will be over. If they get tackled before that, they'll have to run one play on offense. And now they're carrying Cunningham off the field. Now they're going to stop carrying him off the field, and he's going to hobble off the field. There's been a lot of that. A lot of hobbling today, unfortunately. And I'm sure a bus ride with an injury of any kind is not much fun either.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready for the kickoff. And there's my boss's reaction to you not wanting to have to pronounce all the Samoan and Hawaiian names at that time. Yeah, they're difficult. May have to do some pronunciation homework before next week's game that will be broadcast on ESPN Plus as the defending champion Broncos are going to take on Snow College in what should be a good football game. We'll have it for you here, and my partner, Art Sandoval, will be back so he can pronounce all those names. And onside kick. And it's still down there. And did they get on it?
Yeah, it looks like they got it.
And you know what happens? The clock doesn't run, if at all. It should have started when it touched a player. Nothing went off the clock still. And they're going to say Bronco football. So we will have an offensive play here. And whatever it takes to extend the game, they're going to try, I think. I don't think Coach Kurt will call a timeout. So we should have one play. I don't think he's going to call a passing play either. So we should have one running play or maybe a kneel down. As number 81 enters the game, Diego Nunez there. He's in there at wide receiver, and you also have Dominic Nava in at wide receiver. So the locals get to play one play at least. Dominic played a few earlier. Actually had a ball thrown to him in the end zone, but looks like a victory formation to me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to snap it and let it go. Got to get a couple of Pumas off the field first. The snap, the kneel, and the ball game, that will do it. Here from the Wool Bowl, they finally do start the clock, and you'll hear that buzzer from the field mic. There it is. And the defending champion, New Mexico Military Institute Broncos, defeat the Papago Pumas 44-13.
Broncos win their home season opener.
We will we'll just wrap it up right here.
Once again, Broncos right back here in the
we're going to invite everybody to next week's game, as I said just a few minutes ago, when they take on Snow College next week on ESPN Plus. So if you can't make it out to the game, there'll be plenty of seats, I'm guessing. Come out to the game, and if you can't make it, watch on ESPN Plus as the defending national champs are going to take on Snow College. We appreciate KSVPTV.com, Gene Dow, everybody at Pecos Valley Broadcasting for bringing this one to you Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you next week from the Wool Bowl with the national champs. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.